The game is different. Like, I want people to understand, and our fans to understand, that playing 82 games in the 80s and 90s is not the same as playing 82 games in the 2020s. It's just not. The way we play, the level of pace, the level of the speed that we're playing at, it's a different game now. It's a totally different game. And you know, it's a lot of soft tissue injuries that's happened now because of it. I hope we can get a handle on that as well, you know, because that's big in our game. I think when I first came into the league, Reese, like, some of the biggest concerns of injuries was, like, you know, a high ankle sprain. You know, you was afraid to step on somebody's ankle because there was 4 or 5 guys sitting in the paint. So, you know, guys with athleticism, myself, Tracy McGrady, you know, Vince Carter, you know, to name a couple guys, sometimes you're afraid to take off into the lane because there was 4 or 5 guys sitting in the paint. And if you land on somebody's ankle, you get a high ankle sprain, you out 4 to 6 weeks. You know, now that's not really much of you don't really see that as much now because the game is so spread open, it's so much pace. But now you see the new high ankle sprain is the calf. You know, hopefully we could get a handle on that from a medical standpoint. But it's just the game. I just want the fans to understand that the game is a little different. And, you know, as NBA players, we definitely want to be out there as much as possible.
I want to put emphasis on one thing that LeBron said.
I want people to understand, and our fans to understand, that playing 82 games in the 80s and 90s is not the same as playing 82 games in the 2020s. It's just not. The way we play, the level of pace, the level of the speed that we're playing at, it's a different game now. It's a totally different.
The game is very different now. Playing 82 games is not the same now as it was in the 80s. I would argue that it was tougher back then. The pace was actually higher and it was far more physical in the 80s. And in the 90s, they had a slower pace, but they were way more physical than they are nowadays. Plus, they had big men, and they played defense also. These are the things that aren't happening nowadays. You guys are playing 82 games with no defense barely being played. It's like a glorified pickup game because everybody's just coming down jacking up threes. I mean, I'll ask you guys, do you think it's easier to play 82 games when you can just jack up threes and there's no physicality and no big men, no centers, as opposed to an era where it was physical and the pace was high and there was good centers and good defenders and a lot of effort being given on defense? So I agree that it's a lot different now, but I would say that it was a better game back then to watch, and it was just a more competitive game because everyone bought into each play more and they bought into the defensive side as opposed to just playing one side of the ball like the majority of the NBA is doing now.
Flagrant? That's not a flagrant.
They called that flagrant? Oh, come on. What kind of league are we becoming if that's a flagrant foul?
Well, that's a hard shot, but I don't think that's a flagrant.
He's not expecting it to be screened. It's not because of what Chandler did that was so flagrant.